Nice to see you. We're going to start with a little prayer, how we do in hula. So let's kind of gather around, and I know it's hard. We don't want to really touch hands now because of COVID or whatever, but let's just kind of get into some kind of circle with everybody here in the All right, so I know Kelly's in the other room, but maybe Kelly, oh yeah, we see her here online. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, Joy. So, okay, cool. All right, can you see everybody? All right. So I guess those who feel comfortable with hands, I mean, that's fine, right? Okay, oh, we should include all of them here. Okay, there's Laurel. Okay, right. All right, so mahalo. Thank you, Keakua, the gods, all the spirits of this place, and all of you for joining us tonight on this inaugural Indra's Net Live. We ask for gracefulness of hands, mind, body, feet, as we share what we love with each other. So I'm so grateful that everybody is here, and we ask for protection for all of our family members who are here or not here, and for all of us. And we ask for a lot of love in our hearts during this time, that we may be filled with the spirit of generosity and compassion. All right, so mahalo. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. And let's rock and roll, as they say. All right. All right. So let's see. So let's get ready. Yeah, we have a minute to go. Oh, the camera's over there now.
That's the one I'm looking at?
Yes. Maybe, yeah, it's kind of odd, but let's see. Yeah, I guess it's there and there. You're kind of, here's the camera and there's the camera. We have two cameras. I think so, yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to, yeah, woo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow, how exciting. It's our first ever Indra's Net Live, and how exciting that we can all be here together and over Zoom. Just awesome. So we have a lot of talented performers tonight, and we want to do a little bit of housekeeping first. So if you're on over Zoom, if you could please, when you're not performing, turn off your camera and mute your mic. That way all of our attention can be on the person who's performing. And for those of you in the audience, if you could just take a moment right now to silence your cell phones. And you're welcome to take pictures, just make sure your flash is off. And let's see, that also, our first act is my teacher, Tanoue. I'm Lindy Wellhausen, if I didn't mention that. And she will be introducing her performance right now.
Thank you, Lindy. And I wanted to say just a little bit about Indra's Net, why we named it Indra's Net Live. So Indra's Net is based on this wonderful Hindu, I think, mythology about the great King Indra. And above his palace, he was the king of everything. Above his palace was this fabulous net that went into infinity. And on each node or eye of the net was a jewel, a beautiful jewel. And each jewel reflected all the other jewels. So we are all deeply interconnected in this world, not only with humans, but all beings. So that's IndrasNet, and now we're going to begin. The Hula School of Chicago is going to begin with a chant asking permission to enter the space, and then they're going to ho'opuka in, which is dance in, and then creating a sacred space, and then dance for Pele, the fire goddess, right, who is important in both destruction and creation, the volcano goddess. So let's begin with the entrance chant.
I to me samana itala ye o vari ele la yuenua ya la isla mi kapa ala o zragini Allah ye la no la lo tiwa Allah la maura o pa e mai pa itale o
E ai ke kānaka e komo māloko, e hana hiaia hewa I ka waha, e ano ka ukulau ka leho, a he leho wale noa mai e komo mai e. Ho'opuka e kalama ka hiki na me ka hua ka I hele no puka ha'amahina iwa me hi'a ka me ka pola kai ka uluwehiwe ne e mahina iwa ma kuala me ke alo ka pua ke aiwai ho'i e ke ka pu me na ali'i e ola mako a maulo alahai 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 ya. Akaluna o Kilauea ai ke ahia ka wahine. Akaluna o Kilauea ai ke ahia ka wahine. Ha'ana ka wahine Pele uhi uha mai nala. Ha'ana ka wahine Pele uhi uha mai nala. No me ana o Pele I puna aia ka palena e ka I ea. No me ana o Pele I puna aia ka palena e ka I ea. Hei noa noa e Pele e a ka wahine noho e Kilauea. Hei noa noa e Pele e a ka wahine noho e Kilauea. Ho'i no e ke kapu I Kilauea e ola mākou a mauloa. Ho'i no e ke kapu I Kilauea e ola mākou a mauloa. In honor of Pele, the fire goddess. Mahalo. All right.
pose. Okay, go for the next shot. Yeah.
Sumi, can you close your video? Okay, good. Mahalo.
Awesome. Okay, that was awesome. Thank you. Our next performers are from Oak Park, and they are Kelly Good, who is a member of the Zen Life Meditation Center's children. How lucky for her that she has two talented kids, right? Their names are Amelia and Colin Good, and they will be playing some pieces on the piano over Zoom.
We're unable to put our video on. It says you can't. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm Amelia, and I'm going to be playing Baby Elephant Walk by Henry Mancini.
Right, she's 10. He's 13.
Yeah.
My name's Colin Good. I'm gonna be playing Sonata in C Major by Haydn.
I also think we should show our appreciation to Dan Good Kelly's husband for showing off his talents as a page turner, because that was intense.
Yes, excellent. That was amazing. All right, okay, here we are. So let's see. Now I think I have to open up video here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's see here. Okay, we're still working out all the details here. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So next we have Jason Poole, my friend who is now in New Jersey. He is a poet, he is a writer, he's working on a novel for young adults. He is a Kumu Hawaii, which is a keeper of the Hawaiian culture. He is the father now of a little 3-year-old. 5 year, oh my God, 5 already, 5 years have gone by. So it is my pleasure to introduce my dear friend, Jason Poole.
Hey, aloha everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. So I thought that I would share a poem with you inspired by the theme of tonight. This is a poem that I wrote a couple years ago called Stars. And yeah, it goes like this. In New York City, we never saw the stars at night. Well, that's not exactly true. Outside the Ziegfeld Theater, we saw the stars from the latest Hollywood films as they strolled in and out of the theater on that red stretch of carpet, stars that were protected by the velvet ropes and the photographer's flashes. Or on a side street in Times Square, if we passed the stage door at just the right time, we'd spot one of Broadway's leading players dash to the black car with tinted windows that waited to whisk them away after the last curtain fell. Or sometimes at Elaine's after midnight, we caught glimpses of New York's homegrown celebs as they dined on pasta and veal and dripped sauce and sipped wine and blended in with the late night dining crowd. Those were the stars we saw. But the lights of the city, the constant glaring glow of the millions of light bulbs from Times Square's spectaculars and the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building and the World Trade Center and the lights of the taxi cabs and the buses and the cars that all flowed like electric blood in the arteries and capillaries of New York City's streets. The lights from the apartment buildings, white squares turning on and off against the silhouette of flat black towers. All those lights distorted reality and made it seem like midday at midnight. They glowed the night skies, you said, and they took the stars from the heaven. That's what you used to say. But there were nights when we left the city to taste the dark quiet of the country, and we unplugged ourselves from the bright and constant electric hum. I remember standing in the field with you, away from all the trees where nothing blocked the endless skies, how it felt like I was falling down, or maybe I was falling up, even though the soles of my feet flattened the damp blades of grass beneath my feet. I remember how the silence was broken by the sound of air being sucked into my lungs, an unconscious, unplanned gasp. Has it always been like this? My voice strange and alien, even to myself, as if we were witnessing the very beginnings of the universe. The brilliant, shining planets, you told me they were planets. The flickering far-off airplanes and orbiting satellites or streaking comets. Is this always happening? Every night? I imagined feeling so small would be terrifying. I thought we'd feel insignificant if we looked up and we saw millions of sparkles illuminating deep space above our heads. But it was one of the first times I ever felt so connected, a part of something so much bigger than me, perfect in design, part of the history of all time, or even before that. The first swirlings and gatherings of cosmic dust, the first inklings, first ideas of a universe reflected in the lights in the sky. I want to remember this, I said. Help me to remember, don't let me forget when we go home. And you put your arm around my shoulder and we watched. And this is a song that I wrote to connect to a beautiful bay on the island of Molokai, which is my stomping grounds when I get to be back in Hawaii. This bay is called Halau, and this song is called Healing Waters, which calls all of our people back home to the water. And it goes like this. Oh, can you hear me? It's asking me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, Hikino.
Yes.
Kicking stones on a dusty road, I get plenty on my mind. Working the land has made me weary, wanna leave it all behind. And then up ahead, a familiar sound of gentle breaking waves reminds me just beyond the sand dunes lies Aloha Bay. Crystal clear blue waters are a sight for my sore eyes. Their sacredness restores my soul. Hear the echoes of our kupuna saying, Malama this place, protected for all our sons and daughters. And mahalo ke akua for these healing waters. Run right down to the water's edge to cool my tired feet. Still wearing my clothes, I wade into the surf just to escape the heat. Then I dive on in, and my sunburned skin tries to drink the ocean dry. I'm rocked on the waves like a sleeping baby, wrapped in lullaby. The crystal clear blue waters are a sight for my sore eyes. The sacredness restores my soul. Hear the echoes of our kupuna saying, Malama this place, protected for all our sons and daughters. And mahalo ke akua for these healing waters. Yes, mahalo ke akua for these healing waters. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Fabulous.
Thanks for having me, gang. Congratulations on this inaugural event. What an honor to be here.
Mahalo, brother. All right. Now that sound, there is a sound. What is that sound? What could that be? Okay, there. All right. Okay, so now it is my pleasure to introduce another friend, two friends here, Peter and Ara. Dear, dear friends, Zen friends, but also very talented Zen friends. I'm going to introduce Ara first. Oh yeah, Ara is an amazing dancer. Let me get this here. She's a dance theater artist, choreographer, improviser, and educator who is a member of Daniel Nagrin's The Workgroup and the Entourage Music and Theater Ensemble. And she was here, I don't know, it was maybe 5 years ago, and she did this piece live, and she's going to do it again. Ara, do you want to say anything about this piece? Slow dancing is easy.
This piece was inspired by a postcard that I received from my oldest son when he was 14 and was at camp. and he said, the baseball's great, the food is lousy, and love mom, I love you, I'll see you soon. And then P.S. slow dancing is easy. And I thought then that would be a title for a piece someday, because I realized so much had happened to him that summer. So this is Slow Dancing is Easy. Dee 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 ba ba boo doo 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 doo. Slow dancing is easy. Why should it be hard? Slow dancing is easy because it's almost always only about the hold. That rooted shuffle in the feet exists purely as a justification for hanging on so tight. It's an upper body event built upon the reality of two left feet. I didn't say it wasn't complex. Take, for instance, two 14-year-old hearts about to burst, whose owners nestle in the curved nest of shoulder and neck, or who simply contemplate the ear and be surprised by a strand of hair, his hair in her eye, ticklish, welcome, painful, or volumes of her curls like an oxygen mask at his face. If both turn their heads at exactly the same moment, the lips are surprisingly close. Who thought of this slow dancing thing? Why, there's the foxtrot, and the bunny hop, and the turkey trot, and the chicken, and the monkey, and the jitter bug. Oh, and don't forget the samba, the salsa, and the merengue. And then there's the waltz, the Viennese, and American. And don't forget the tango. Open that little stair book and follow those little feet. The tango goes left foot slow, right foot slow, quick, slow. Try that again. Left foot, that's the right foot. Left foot slow, right foot slow, quick. Steam, swivel, oh, turn, dip. These are hard enough to make Arthur Murray a millionaire and Fred Astaire a god. Don't forget the cha, the cha, sweet turn, and straight ahead. Has anybody seen my partner or my shoes? Okay. Going on with imaginary friends who never get lost or step on our feet. In the middle years, slow dancing is easy because you can do it between chop and boil and scrub the tub, and chop and boil and scrub the tub, chop and boil and scrub the tub. Oh, hi! How was your day? You don't say. Where are you going in such a hurry? You live here, and it's your turn to give the baby a bath. Lost your sense of humor, sweetie? Me too. Well, care to join me in my kinesphere? Yes, that's right. We can slow dance all night or until the baby wails. He's just asking to dance. Rest him on your shoulder and rock. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. It's the slow spin lullaby. And suddenly, the later years waltz by. And then in the later years, slow dancing is still easy. But as you can see, finding a partner or your shoes can be hard. Care to join me in a movable hug? I said, care to join me in a movable hug? That's right. Bring your walker over here. Slow dancing increases the heart rate or decreases it, depending upon age. Remember the limbo? That was about how low can you go. This is about how slow can you go. Slow dancing is easy because you can do it when the floodwaters rise and humming is all that's left. The final partner, invisible as air. Slow dancing can turn a minute into a minuet. Hang on to each other tight. Make that minute minuet last. Indescribable, indefinite, obstinate, infinite. Ba, ba, do, do, da. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that piece again. Yeah. It's been a while since she's done
It's
that
been a
one.
while.
Oh, okay. Am
Okay.
I okay now? Okay. Can you hear me?
Got your glasses?
Yeah. Okay. I wonder why you can't hear me yet.
We can hear
Hear
you
you.
Oh, you can hear me? Okay, fabulous.
loud and clear.
Okay, thank you, Ara. Beautiful.
Great.
And Peter Cunningham, professional photographer, and he includes as his teachers Baptist fisherman Lester Tate, dancer Martha Myers, French photographer Henri Cartier-Bresson, and Zen master Bernie Glassman. Oh, and singer-songwriter Janice Ian. So here he is. He's a founding member also of the Zen Order of Disorder. Odd. All right, Peter, take it away.
Yeah, I should have put you in as one of the teachers, June. Missed that trick. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you two very short films that were done this winter. They're brand new. I don't not really. Nobody's seen them much. And the first one, kind of similarly, features Ara, because Ara and I have a habit of walking in the woods and hugging trees. Something I learned from Nicole, Joshin's teacher, actually. So while I figure out how to share this, do you want to say something about that?
Well, this little piece that's 1 minute and 40 seconds long was put together for a Pikachu cha. And the prompt was love. And we were to make a story with 10 images and a story that happened being told in 10 seconds each for each story. So here it is. It's called Dancing with Trees. It has 10 of the hundreds of Dancing with Tree images that we have.
Don't blink. It goes by real fast.
It goes by very fast.
My love admits that when we first dated, he thought it intriguing that I taught a course in improvisation called Serious Play. Walking in the woods, I hear a tree call. I embrace its trunk. I'm holding the tree and the tree is holding me. The tree turned out to be a telephone pole. Yes and is the first rule of improvisation. But what is the yes and if your scene partner is a tree? From our elders, we learn to approach a tree with respect. Place a hand gently on the trunk, ask a question, listen. We find ourselves on the lookout for trees willing to engage and call in response, in conversation. Did you know one tree creates enough oxygen for 4 people to breathe for 1 day? I breathe you and you breathe me. Date night, Times Square, at play, people rushing curtain time. Where are the trees? The size of the place that one becomes a member of is limited only by the size of one's heart. Oh, you read poet Gary Snyder too? Pencils are made from trees. The mother tree, everything comes from the mother tree. Everything goes back to the mother tree. Did you talk to my great-great-grandmother? Yes, and I trust that our grand seedlings will continue in fruitful conversation for generations.
That's it. That's the film. Thank you so much. I'm so honored. So the second piece is, you gave it away, and I forgot I put that in the bio. This one is about Janice Ian, who I just realized has been a friend for 55 years. That's a little embarrassing. So this fall, she's putting out what she claims to be her last record, and she's doing a national tour now. And so she asked me to do a video for one of her songs, which you'll see, and she's using it in the stage performance, and I'm going to show it to you now. And a lot of these pictures were done 50 years ago when I was learning how to use a camera. But what I wanted to say was that I looked at the tour schedule today, and she's coming to Chicago in middle of May, and she's playing June. I told you what the name of the place was. I forget. Folk Center or something. But she's playing 2 nights, and the first night apparently is sold out. But the second day, she's doing a master class in which she talks about what it means to be an artist. And she had a teacher,
Stella Adler.
Thank you, Stella Adler. She studied with Stella Adler, and she knows a lot about this stuff, and I can't recommend it to those of you who are in Chicago. I can't recommend it enough. And this will probably sell out very quickly. So if you're available, I would run and go see what she has to say on that day. June, help me later with the name of the place. So anyway, so this is if I can figure it out, this is the piece that we did. It's 3 minutes long. And it's this one. And go.
It's the end of the line, and I know it's been rough. Oh, but time after time, it was always enough. You were there when I laughed. You were there when I cried. You were there as I tell you goodbye. It's the end of the line, and whatever they say, I was yours, you were mine, just a heartbeat away, close enough to be kissed, far enough to be missed, from the cradle to silver and gray. In due time there will be someone else who will see all the good in your heart, even though we're apart. Oh, how I've loved your heart. In the blink of an eye, all that's left is the past, and the memories fade till there's silence at last. But the song will remember, the spark will still shine. It's the light at the end of the line. There's a light at the end of the line.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Peter. So beautiful. Thank you. All of his photographs of Janice. Beautiful. All right. Well, thanks for joining us from all the way from Massachusetts. And we'll see you sometime in person, I hope, soon.
We hope so, June.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this.
Okay, yeah. It's a school of folk music. I forget the name of it here, but Old Town School of Folk Music. Yeah,
I think it's the 15th and 16th of May.
that sounds great. She's talking about being an artist, right?
It's a master class, and
It's a brilliant master class.
she is a master.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, you two, love you. All right. And next, we're going to move to Chicago to a band. Friend, Nicole's husband, Alex, is in this band, and it's called Venus by Air, founded in 2019 by Tina, Baga, Chris, Ike, Ed Eusebio, and Alex. So they play live shows around Chicago and met in an Asian American writing workshop. All right. Take it away.
Hi, thank you, June. Yes, we're Venus by Air. We're kind of a punk band from Chicago. We do folk, indie rock, whatever we feel like. But thank you for having us tonight, and we're glad to contribute to the festivities of the evening. Thank you. This song is called One Breath, and feel free, there's some verses at the end that we'd like you to sing along to and clap. So feel free to take yourself off mics and take yourself off mute and drown us out. So, all right. Thanks for having us. Once again, we're Venus by Air. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Just search for us on the web. All right. This is called One Breath. That wasn't part of the song. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there. There we go. There we go. Okay. If I should never know you in this life, may I feel the lack.
If you should never know me in this life, may you seek me out. May we find each other and recognize our souls.
Shining bright inside one another, join for a moment again. And let us lead with our hearts, past everything that separates us. Let us stop the noise that tells us we are different, and that we never should be friends. If I should never know you in this life, let me feel the laugh. Together we are one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. If I should never know you in this life, let me seek you out. Together we are one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. If I should never know you in this life, let me seek you out. Together we are one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. Together we're one heart, one soul, one breath. If I should never know you. All right, thank you very much. We're Venus by Air. Check this out. Thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. How cool. Yeah, so if you want to know more about Venus by Air, that's awesome. I almost said Venus in Furs, which is Lou Reed thing. But if you want to know more about them or any of the performers here tonight, you can go to zlmc.org. All their bios should be listed up there. And to continue with the theme of Chicago, next up we have Jessica Mindrum, and she is a singer and a songwriter, and she currently has an EP out called Restart and Begin, and that's available right now. I'm really excited to hear you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This has been a really incredible experience. But yeah, I'm gonna play the title track from this from the EP that I released last year. It's called Restart Begin. Hopefully you can hear me. It's a little, my guitar might be a little soft, so sorry in advance if that's the situation, but here we go. As the wind died down by the lake, I thought I'd go outside for once today. And can you feel me? I've been hiding. I don't want to kill you, 'cause the world is trying. And I will build a bridge between now and then, and we will laugh at all the times that we lost our heads, 'cause I am desperate for the calm. I am desperate for the calm. Did a plane go down, or was it just my dream? In truth, it's all the same. I'm spending too much time asleep. So is this a life? Was it all this stuff? Did I learn to love, or did I just fear that I am not enough? I can't remember the weight of the water, the voice of my mother, the insolent daughter. I can't remember the shift in the season, a voice within reason. Do I restart, begin? I can't remember the weight of the water, the voice of my mother, the insolent daughter. I can't remember the shift in the season, a voice within reason. Do I restart, begin? Do I restart, begin? Thank you.
Oh, wow, that was beautiful. That was awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Right, this is Donna and Craig Mindrum's daughter.
Yes.
Yes, beautiful job.
Yeah, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Where can we hear your music?
My music is on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's just under my name, Jessica Mindrum.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. Man, so many talented performers tonight. This is awesome. Up next, we have somebody in person, Dan Doherty, who is also from Chicago, and he has a band called Corduroy Cat, which I love that name. That's awesome. And he's working on an album right now called 10% Hopeful, which he thinks will be available this summer. Yeah? Hopefully, yes. This summer. And so here's Dan Doherty.
Hello, everybody. Hello. So nice to be here. See some smiling faces, some people I recognize, and people I don't. So nice to be here. About a month ago, we were in the recording studio for the first time doing.
We can't hear. There's no sound online. There's no sound. That's better.
You want me to clip it on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll listen.
Okay, is that, can you hear now?
How about that?
And
Yeah. Well, anyway,
is that good?
am I on? Yes?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But anyway, our album will be called 10% Hopeful. My band is Corduroy Cat. We'll be streaming everywhere June 3rd, God willing. Hopefully everything goes well. Anyway, this is the title track, 10% Hopeful.
We're seeing your back.
I found a mole on my arm yesterday. This looks like the end. According to my morbid daydream, my most exclusive live stream, I won't even try to pretend. It doesn't help, I'm depressive by nature and often deceived by the worst case scenario. The baggage that I carry, still stories that I used to believe. Once I went to find the man on the mountain with the keys to it all, with my shadow riding next to me, ran the horse into a tree. We tripped and took a mighty fall, but my horse would not abandon me. She brought me through the night, and I woke up lying in the sand, the beach where I would understand the miracle of the morning light. Sometimes it's just too hard for me to smile on a sunny day. If you listen to the lies, you can hear the lonely cries, but I just wanna turn away. In my prayers, you know I hear only silence, but I want to believe. I'll remain 10% hopeful despite all I see. Wake up, my old friend, you know you're sleeping your life away. What you gonna do with your precious life today? The dog, he wakes up and barks as we're making the right turn on County Road D, because he knows where we're going, where the north wind's been blowing and the loons return in the spring. And it's here that he will bolt like the lightning, run between the trees that were planted here before us by the birds of the forest. And it's here that he will forever be. Sometimes it's just too hard for me to smile on a sunny day. If you listen to the lies, you can hear their lonely cries. But I just want to turn away. In my prayers, and no, I hear only silence. But I want to believe I'll remain 10% hopeful despite all I see. I'll remain 10% hopeful despite all I see. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Dan. And next we have Sumi Como, who is.
We need to unmute Sensei.
What? Unmute? Can you hear me now? Hello? What happened?
You're back.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay, you can hear me. Okay.
You're fine.
Okay, so next we have Sumi Como and her dance company, who's going to be dancing. Sumi was a student of Maizumi Roshi's back in 1978, for all of you Zen people here, and is a fully ordained Zen priestess and teacher in our White Plum lineage. She received an MFA in dance. She moved to the United Kingdom and became an Alexander technique teacher. And she has been starting Zen centers all over in London, in Colorado. So I'm going to turn it over to Sumi right now and to describe the beautiful dance that her company is doing. All right, Sumi, are you here?
Myself. Hello. Yes. The other really important thing is that I studied and danced with Merce Cunningham and was very involved with Merce and John Cage way back in the early days. And there was such a connection to Zen, which was how they had studied with D.T. Suzuki. And when I first went into the studio, when I was a young dancer, I felt this amazing energy, and I think it's what eventually led me to Zen. And Merce has always said, when the dancer dances, there needs not be a story. The person who's watching creates the story, which kind of is the story of our minds. So I have been working with ballet dancers here in Boulder, and I have created this piece in silence, which was shocking for them, but they went along with it. And then I have a composer musician in Austin, and he's created the music. So the piece is called Rune Light, and the inspiration is the rune oracles and the journey of Odin, who hangs upside down from a tree for 9 days and 9 nights until he spies the runes. And well-being and wisdom he won. So each of my dancers picked 3 runes. I've choreographed 2 solos and 1 duet for each of them. And the piece is layered. And what you're going to see tonight is just my female dancers doing about a compressed version of the beginning of the piece. So thank you so much. And I just feel so honored to be part of this group. And I think Maizumi Roshi would be thrilled because, you know, he was an artist, he was a calligrapher. And there were times when he performed with a shakuhachi player. And his wife, who just recently died last week, was an amazing artist. And so Zen has such a lineage and connection to the arts. Thank you. So it'll be zoomed in, June, right? There it is somehow. Sound. Whoops, where's the sound? No sound. There it is.
Thank you so much, Sumi. That was beautiful. Beautiful to see all the different influences, right? Sen and Merce Cunningham and Alexander, I'm sure. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, it's hula time. All right, we're going to do a dance. This is called Rosilani Blossom. Do you see all the roses that they're wearing? Right. This is a love song, and it's saying, "Where are you, my Rosilani Blossom? You're so beautiful, and you're mine forever." So that's what it is. All right, Rosilani Blossoms.
I'm trying to sync it up to the Bluetooth speaker. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Kumu.
That was awesome. That was so nice. Okay. Next up, I'm very excited about this. We have Robert Lund, or Dan is his Dharma name, and he's going to be playing the sitar for us. He's been playing it for 30 years, and he's also a painter, which is like a double threat. I'm pretty sure, right? He's coming up next. Oh, great, good. Yeah, he's getting his rug. This is awesome. I actually had the privilege of seeing Robert perform at our last bonfire social here, which you guys should all come to the next one because they're great. And it's one of the most amazing things because the way he sits looks like if I did that, I would never be able to get up again. Yeah, or walk. So it's like, it's hard enough that, I mean, the sitar is pretty notorious for being hard to play, but I imagine sitting is half the battle. And I think we're all set up, so I will relinquish the floor to the talent.
I should have done this from home. I could have had everything set up. I need an outlet. There's one here. I don't have this, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what else I need, but maybe I should just play and see if you can.
Okay,
hear.
yeah.
This takes too much time. Well, thank you for coming here. Thank you, June. I could put it on the sitar. I'm also going to play a love song. It is Siri intrudes herself all the time. Little background drone. This song is from a composition by Rodriguez, Spanish composer, and I heard it while working in Iran, and the song stayed with me from then on. So, and it was played by a sitar. Iranians like Indian music as well. So, let's see how I can It's called Mon Amour, My Love.
you.
Oh, that was just fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
This is half the battle. Oh, okay. Our last performer is on Zoom. His name is Zen Frankie. But before he performs, I just want to talk to you a little bit tonight about the Zen Life Meditation Center, which is such a wonderful home to so many, both in person and on Zoom. What a wonderful blessing technology can be sometimes. But what I wanted to say is the center really relies on donations for support for things like classes and Sunday morning meditations and sits and sessions and all these wonderful things that they offer the community. So if you feel so inclined and called to donate, you can donate. I believe Kelly's going to put a link in the chat to zlmc.org. And we would really appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody so much for coming tonight and for sharing your gifts. Just so amazing. And looking forward to seeing our final performer, who I have not met in person, but June talks about all the time very excitedly, especially about his food, which is not the talent right now. But it will be his singing bowls to close us off.
Evening. Thank you all for joining. So blessed, so grateful I am to be able to close such a magical event. Thank you to all the creatives and people that showcase their beautiful art today. Thank you. I would like for all of us, if you're able to, lie down on your backs, please. Sit upright. Beautiful. Can we mute the microphone at the Zen Center, I believe? Okay.
June, hang on, Frankie.
Okay.
June, you need to mute the microphone in the Buddha hall.
I just muted it.
Huh?
I just muted it just now.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Thank you. So as we're lying on our backs, I want us to take a deep inhalation in and exhale. Just getting comfortable within our bodies, noticing how they feel. I want us to inhale our right arm into the air. Exhale our right palm onto our chest. Inhale our left arm into the air. Exhale the left palm onto the right palm, allowing the hands, the thumbs to touch into a pyramid position. And as we're sitting today, I want us to allow our focus to be on the seed of love that's present within our heart. This seed of love is here to accept, to acknowledge, to have empathy and compassion, to inspire, to create, and to heal each and every one of our individual selves. And as this seed of love sprouts into a plant, grows bigger and stronger, as do we, and our capacity to love ourselves and each other. Take another slow, deep inhalation in, and exhale from your heart space. As we gather today in community, I want us to envision and visualize the community that we desire to see ourselves existing in. Communities that are peace, reciprocity, love, balance, restoration. Communities that give before they take. Communities that nourish and replenish ourselves and the earth. Now I want us to invite into our heart space any person, place, and or experience that has caused us any troubling, any uncomfortability, any unwanted energies, any hurt, any pain, anything that's unresolved. Invite them, any person, place, and or experience, into our heart space. Allowing them to be engulfed with our healing love, with our bright energy, the energy that creates life. And as they're in our heart space, visualize the light within our heart becoming even more expansive, even more brighter. And as the seed of love begins to sprout from the earth, begins to sprout from our heart, allowing for an even greater capacity to give love. This is you. This is us. Visualize this seed of love sprouting and blooming into a flower now. This is us becoming even more sweet. This is us becoming even more softer. This is our light becoming even more expansive. Our love becoming even more expansive. Our capacity becoming even more bigger. And from the flower, we're now growing small trees, even sturdier, even more connected and grounded to the earth. Allowing our roots to anchor us here on this earth. Such a beautiful time to be alive. such beauty around us, such a beautiful planet to live on, to live in, such magic that's always prevailing itself around us. So blessed we are, so thankful we are to be alive in this present moment. From a small tree, we're now moving, growing to an even larger, even more expansive tree. The largest tree that you can imagine and envision. This tree is you. This tree is us. We truly grow the more we embody love, the more we accept things as they are, the more we accept others as they are. We grow even more rapidly. The love is nourishment. And as we become even more large, we're not able to give fruit and food to other beings, to other energies, because we're filled, because we're full of love, of light. This light, this love is always within us. And as we become one with this massive tree, this massive growth, thanks to the nurturing and seeding of love, And we remind ourselves that light is always present within us, that love is always present within us. And it's our responsibility to keep the light on. Deep inhale and exhale. Now close with a prayer. Dear God, ancestors, universe, and earth, protect our energy in all dimensions, time, and space. Do not allow any negative energy to attach itself to our minds, bodies, or clothing and accessories. Anything that's attempting to dwell in our space is not a divine love, may be transmuted to the highest frequency of light. May our ancestors ground, aid, uplift us, support us as we move about throughout this earth. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Begin bringing awareness back to your body. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Noticing how you feel. Doing a quick body scan from head to feet. And whenever you're ready, you can fully welcome yourself back. Thank you all. Can you all hear me fine?
Yes, we're good. Thank you. Thank you, Zen Frankie.
Thank you.
Well, this concludes our evening. We have got some beautiful refreshments here. Thank you, Joy and people in Thailand for bringing. So please cut yourself before you go. Thank you very much. Hopefully, many more to come.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Zen Frankie. Thank you, Sumikomo.
Welcome, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for making this a delightful evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daine. I don't know how you play that sitar with all those strings.
This is a great first event. I just turned my microphone on. Thank you so much, everybody. Wow. Great job.
Great success. We need to do more of these.
Yeah, really, huh? Yeah.
We'll have to work on the sound a little bit.
Yeah, we
Oh, the
do.
music
Have
was
to work
like,
on the sound.
Your dance was beautiful. Reminds
thank
me,
you.
reminds me a little bit of John Cage somehow.
Oh, I don't know why.
You know,
That's a great compliment. Thank you.
I used to hear those car alarms go off in LA. You can see it
Yes.
at the Zendo. And they go
Well,
off.
and Peter Cunningham, it was in our lineage, weren't you,
Yes.
Peter? With the guy on Long Island. Didn't you work with him, Snow Leopard?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yes, and you have a wonderful name, Cunningham, like Merce.
Ah, that's true.
And I'm staying, I have somebody from the Shambhala lineage staying with me, and she has a grant to study the life of trees. I can't wait to show her this. She meditates with them with the White Tara meditation. But what you did and what I used to do when I was a little girl was ride my bike as fast as I could, get to the tree and hug it for as long as I could. So trees are very important in this world.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Ara. I think that my daughter's teacher at JMU, her dance teacher, worked with Daniel Nagrin
Really?
as well and was doing all his solos. His name is Shane O'Hara.
Oh, Shane O'Hara. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, he was her teacher and ran the dance company at James Madison,
Yeah.
where my daughter went to school.
Thank you for your beautiful dance.
Thank you I was very sort of shy, and the problem was the music was weird. And then the dancers looked like they were stuttering, and it's supposed to be very flowing. So I think that's
No, it
the
was
challenge
cool.
with technology.
Mm.
But thank you for your dance. And I thought, oh, I hope my dance isn't so slow. The slow dance of life. Thank you so much.
All right, I couldn't stop laughing when you were dancing. I love the photographs you do of the trees.
Hundreds of them. It really did start one day when I just decided to hug a tree and, get her
You
in
can't tell where the tree ends and you begin.
Do you know, Joshin, do you know that teaching from Nicoli?
Yes.
We know Nicoli very well.
Nicoli's very close to indigenous culture, so she knows a lot about that stuff. Yeah, she talks to trees. Sure.
Yes, and my dancer, who doesn't look like a ballet dancer, is Native American and has danced her whole life.
It was kind of nice to see the contrast of the body types of your dancers. She was kind of
Right.
big, and some of the others were more delicate,
Yes, they're total ballet dancers. And she, of course, has danced her whole life, but she's a different shape and size and energy and beauty.
Okay, Joshin, see you later. We had a good day. We started the day together and we'll end it together, Joshin.
So cocoa flour, cocoa milk and eggs, etc. Sugar, and then I cut the sugar way down.